Hey, it's time for our video follow through. It's Thursday, and pray that you're having a great start to your day, and it's just going to be a great one. Why? Because God is with you today. He's with you all the time. Now, I got to admit that the last couple of follow throughs have been really difficult passages, a challenge for us to not just talk the talk, but walk the walk, to show the world around us what it means to follow Jesus, not just to talk about it, but to actually live it out, especially when it's difficult. And so here we have what I consider like a God thing. And you know what I mean when I say that, don't you? A God thing is something that you say, well, obviously human beings didn't take care of that and didn't accomplish that. It was God doing it. And that just happened to me just the other day. If you remember on Monday, the follow through was talking about being fishers of men and how Jesus calls us to do that. And I had shot that video on Sunday right after church. And so Monday night, one of my elders, right, we're at our elders meeting on Zoom Monday night, and guess what? He talks about being fishers of men. And I asked him, I said, hey, did you watch the video follow through? He said, no, I didn't get a chance to. And I thought, man, that's a God thing. Like he's talking about it, I was just talking about it. And so, God's working. And sometimes I just say, when I see that, it's time for me to pay attention because he's calling me to do something, and maybe I'm not really kind of getting it or figuring it out. Luke 6:36, Jesus says, be merciful even as your Father is merciful. Now that's a God thing. For me to be able to be merciful as God is merciful. And in case we want to wiggle out of that and maybe kind of dial in our own version of what it means to be merciful, right, with all the little human limitations that we're going to put on and, the people that we'll be merciful to, listen to what he says right before this. He says, love your enemies in verse 35 and do good. Lend, don't expect anything in return, and your reward will be great, and you will be sons of the Most High. Listen to this. For he, God, is kind to the ungrateful and the evil. So if God shows his great kindness to people who are evil, to people who are totally ungrateful, who could care less, and he still loves them and shows them kindness and his mercy. Like, how do I love like that? How is that possible? And I think we have to go back, not to us trying harder, right? Because that bar is pretty high. And I don't care how much training we can get. I'm never going to be able to kind of get over that bar and even come close to it. But notice he says that we are to be merciful as he is merciful. What Jesus is saying here is you have God's mercy. That's all you need is his forgiveness, his love, all that he continues to shower upon you. And he gives you more than you will ever need to love the people in your life and to show mercy to someone who is just fallen flat on their face and they are just hurting. Now, again, they might be coming at you. They might be very, very nasty. They might be like totally unkind. They might even be acting evil. But God's saying, like, here's a chance to say, you know what? That's not how life is going to be. Like we're not going to be that way. I can't control what the other person's doing, but I can control what I'm doing. And I can go to God and I can look at scripture passages like this and say, yes, God has been so incredibly merciful to me. And remembering all the times when I've been ungrateful or when I've kind of done something or had a thought that was really evil. And yet God was kind and is kind to me. And I think that changes everything when it comes to loving the people in our lives. I pray that we can realize, like, again, through the eyes of faith, that we have what we need from God to be merciful as he is merciful to us. All right, have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow for another video follow through.